Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy Scorpio. I've already pulled out a card from the Lace of Destiny deck. So we have sort of an interesting combination here. The card that came out as well as your underlying card. So the card that came out is Sorrow. This is the card that came out right now. We're talking about something. So I don't know. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is you or this is somebody around you. Okay? It's open to, it could be either, and I'm going to tell you why in a second here. But the Sorrow card is somebody who's maybe received some type of bad news. This news is very disheartening. It could be maybe news of something that you were hoping to achieve or get, but you don't get it. It doesn't happen. It could be like, even looking in the book, it says it could even be she's just received a utility bill that she can't pay. Like, there's something here is like that has brought sorrow and some sort of information that, right, comes forward. It could be like an email or a text, or it could actually be a letter. The underlying card, this is why I'm not sure who this is about specifically. It's somehow it's centered around you. It has to do with you. If it's not you, it's somebody that you know or someone that you're connected to in some way. The Lily card came out here, and the Lily card is really actually symbolic of Scorpio type energy. Like, lilies are used, they're used to represent and celebrate the arrival of life, but they are also often used in funeral ceremonies, like, right, associated with the ending of life. So that, right, being a Scorpio, you understand that, like death and rebirth. Very, very Scorpio energy with the lily. But what's so interesting here is that the King of Swords, well, the King of Spades, which is like the King of Swords, is on this card as well. And that's obviously not Scorpio energy. So I can't help but wonder if somebody here has received some of the passing of maybe a father, something like that here. The passing of a father, like hearing news of that. It could be the passing of someone. Now, I'm not like predicting anything here. So this is either, this has already happened, or it could be happening to someone that you know, but you haven't found that out yet, right? Like, I'm not predicting anything here. That's not, it's like looking at the energy right now. But I do feel like this is someone that you know, because you are being represented here to me with the Lily card, the death and the rebirth. Interesting. There's a ring. There's a gold ring here with a ruby in the center of it. What zodiac sign is associated with the ruby? The ruby is one of the most rare. My thumbs. Do you know what I miss? I miss blackberries. Is that crazy? Birth month of ruby. What is that? Why do I feel like it's like in the summer or something? It is. It's July. No, that would be more, that's past, so it's not, I was saying maybe we're hitting Gemini. No, that's past Gemini. Could be, it's have something to do with Cancer, but the fact that there's a ruby in there, the ruby could also be, it's kind of like, it looks actually too, like it's a big bulky ring. Like, it looks like a ring that a man would wear. Like, it has a very masculine look to it. There's something very official. So I'm also feeling like whatever this is, because there's this, see, the actual letter is here. Is this new? Is it even news from like a magistrate or a lawyer, or, because the letter is here. It's almost like this is the table it was being written on. And there's a wax seal, like it's very, very official. It comes from a King of Swords type energy, somebody who's highly educated, somebody who is quite intelligent, has a strong grasp of I was going to say the English language, but it's any language, whatever language is sort of a native tongue that would be used in communication. And then the sorrow is getting this. Somebody here is sad. It could be an outcome. Well, I really am finding the cards that came out there quite intriguing. Like, that is a whole story in itself. I still have cards that we're going to pull out together here, which I'm about to do right now. I'm going to go into tarot with those, though, at some point in this reading. I am going to do that. what I want to do is kind of like, I want to look at you specifically in terms, this is our superhero week. This is, I'm asking, what is your superpower? What is your kryptonite? What is your nemesis? And what is your next assignment? So if we think about, like, kryptonite is something that is not, it's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. If we think about Superman, kryptonite, it just continued to make him weak until he would have died. Like, right? You have to remove the kryptonite. It's something that is not good for you. It doesn't, it's not like the nemesis, where the nemesis is the thing that, you know, at times it could feel like kryptonite. It could feel like it's like depleting you. It's difficult. You might be faced with, this nemesis at a time where you already feel like you've got a lot going on in your life and this is the last thing you need right now, but you do get through it and it actually makes you stronger. So, like, that's the difference between the kryptonite and the nemesis. Superpower, you know, what you have an ability to do that might be stronger or more in tune than other people have, you know, at their disposal. And obviously your next assignment is what the next journey is, the path. So we're going to do that with the Starseed Oracle deck. What's your superpower, Scorpio? What's your superpower? Oh, all paths lead home. Well, that's interesting. You're getting a similar message. Was it Virgo? Well, at least it's the first card. We'll see where this goes. You're on a path here. Your inner authority, trusting your intuition. You have answers within yourself before there's maybe obvious outside answers to things here. And you are on a path that is leading home. So you've made a decision or something has happened here. Maybe you have, even maybe you've gone through some type of mourning over some type of loss or some type of bad news. And whatever decision you've made on the other side of that is put you on the right path. It's almost like it doesn't matter what side street you take here. They all come back around. Like, you found yourself in the neighborhood that you're meant to be in. You could explore that in many different streets, whatever you choose, because it is like a bit of a labyrinth. But you're on the way home. You know how to get yourself where you're supposed to be. That's awesome. You know, a lot of people walk through life confused. If this is a superpower that you have all the time, or you have it right now, it's being highlighted. What's your kryptonite? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Oh, that's interesting. Called. Your soul gifts and training. It's time to step up is your kryptonite. That's a very weird thing. So how is like a gift here, gift you like a soul gift, an ability that you have is your kryptonite? Wow, I really am very, very curious about that. Maybe it's if you keep your soul gifts in training. Right? Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. It's almost like you need to step out of some type of a training mode. It's not good for you to stay in training. It's time to really burst forth with something. It's not good for you to stay at a level of where you think you're just learning. Maybe you know enough of something to be able to, or you've honed in a gift here enough that it's time to kind of like fly with it, soar with it. Because training something it's not good. That's not supporting you. What's your nemesis? Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. Extremes of life. I always feel like, you know, Scorpio, you often do come through as my extreme energy. Like, it just feels like, you know, you guys have a lot of wah and then woo, and it's like a lot of expansion, contraction, death, rebirth. It is very, very extreme energy. And that is the thing, though. It's because, right, when we go through extremes in life, it can be really difficult because it feels like everything can be turned upside down. It can feel like we're turned inside out. But at the end of the day, that's the thing that does make you stronger. But so there might also be, Scorpios are strong doers. They have a lot of energy. I haven't really I've never met a Scorpio, actually, not to say that there aren't any out there, but I have never personally met a Scorpio that didn't have like a pretty strong level of ambition, whether that was creating their own garden, a career, raising a family, whatever. It's always like really, really a strong ambition. And I want to say that I don't even know that maybe not all Scorpios would recognize it as strong ambition. It's just like who you are. You just have always been this way, and you may just see other people as like not feeling as ambitious. Where I feel like a lot of other people have like a regular level of ambition, and Scorpio has like just like kind of like a really powerful level of ambition here. So you have the Mars energy too with your Pluto. So the Mars is really kind of like a strong, ambitious energy. And Pluto is also ambitious, to be honest. I mean, it takes a lot of ambition to destruct things and rebuild them over and over again. So it's surrendering. So maybe there's a period here where you need to surrender a little bit. You need to kind of like withholding the opposites, kind of like that Temperance energy. You could be in the period of an in-between here. And it's not necessarily an energy that Scorpio is, it's not your automatic, it's not your autopilot energy, right? So you have to kind of force an autopilot energy here for yourself. You have to give something to God, but know that you are on the right path. Maybe knowing you're on the right path, but not able to take it. Like that could be something. It's like, you know the path, but God hasn't paved it, right? Could be like that. What's your next assignment? What you bought? It's the void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. You're being prepared for rebirth. You can't, oh, isn't it interesting too? Because doesn't it look like the way she's like a child being held? Something very strong is going on here. Look at all of this spiritual energy. Each one of these is like a spiritual entity, like a guide, an ancestor. And then these feel like very powerful, maybe like leaders of some type of soul family here that you're connected to. And it's almost like, what is going on here? Each one of these soul entities looks like they pass through you being held and then they exit out. That makes me feel like that there's some type of ancestral, that is ancestral healing going on. You're going through ancestral healing. You do need to alchemize something here. It's not time to, you know what, it's not time. It really isn't time to step up with something. That's the Kryptonite here. It's not time to step up. It's time to feel like, right? And step up to me is also like birth through a portal. I'm hearing that, like not go through the portal. If you're in the womb, you're in some type of a gestational period here, Scorpio. The golden children at the bottom, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Interesting. Also, there's a portal. And that card as well. All right. I'm going first with the tarot to the lily. The Seven of Cups, like some type of confusion or dream, or the Seven of Cups. That's actually Scorpio. 5, 6, 7 of Cups. Yeah. 8, 9, 10 is Pisces. 7 of Cups. The Two of Swords. The Lovers, the Eight of Swords. Some type of, it's like a letter here. There is a letter here that's, it's almost like somebody is confused about something, or somebody is not understanding what the true path is. Your superpower is that you're on the path though. But there is, like with this Eight of Swords, is not knowing what's ahead. The Two of Swords is not really seeing either. You have to kind of just follow your instincts and your intuition. Why the sorrow? The Nine of Wands. Well, that's something that's gone on for what? The moon. The Ace of Swords. And Temperance. Well, I don't know if this is a permanent no to something. I don't necessarily think it is. I think it's almost like, because I want to use the example of like travel. Like maybe you had a plane ticket or a train ticket or something like that. And you thought you were going to get on the train next week and you were going to go somewhere. And it's like, no, you get a notice here and it says the tracks are actually under construction. There's been, you know, there's a little earthquake or something and the tracks are all, and that has to be repaired. So you have to wait. But they're like, well, we don't know how long that's going to take. This is curious. There isn't a single pentacle card that has come out with this. So it also feels weird. Like it doesn't feel like it feels like it's more thoughts and ideas and fears. Thoughts and ideas and fears. Incomplete communication as well is what these cards seem to look like to me. Incomplete communication. I feel like you figured something out, though. You have figured something out. With, like, from Go to the Moon to the Ace of Swords, that, like, you understand something. You see beyond some type of illusion, and Temperance is waiting, is alchemizing, is being in the in-between. I do feel like you figured something out here. So, okay, even though this is showing up as a Kryptonite weakness, like as I'm getting more and more into your energy, I don't feel like that this is something that you were necessarily pushing up against, even though that, you know, Scorpio is a very ambitious energy. I feel like you are going to be very well equipped to put that ambition towards things that are building where you can, and maybe within yourself here. All paths lead home. Dang, the Queen of Cups. How beautiful is that? Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Each step that you're taking, it's not like God is going to put a stepping stone right in front of you just as you need it. You are walking a path here that hasn't been paved. It's literally as the path materializes as your foot is about to step down. There's a ton of faith and trust. That's your superpower. I like kind of like the form that both of these figures have taken in these cards. It's just like their arms are kind of relaxed and just moving in the energy that they're in. But literally, like when I said, you know, maybe you're standing on a path here that hasn't been paved yet. Like it's like you know where to go, but it's not been paved yet. God hasn't paved it. And it's almost like you're also with the idea that, you know, as you step forward, as you are progressing forward, the stepping stone materializes to support you in that step forward. And that's kind of like you are manifesting almost like second to second here. I'm sure we all are, but it's kind of being very obviously presented in these cards. The Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords, wow, and the Nine of Cups. Follow your heart when it doesn't make sense. Three of Swords, heart and mind having conflict. The Nine of Swords is here to indicate where the strongest conflict comes from. The heart. Follow your heart. That's kind of like a theme. Not continuously all week, but it has been popping up quite a bit here. Follow your heart when it doesn't make sense. Each stepping stone forward will be there when you need it. you are walking towards like very happy, fulfilling experience here with the Nine of Cups. But you get yourself there in faith. You honestly get yourself there in faith. Your Kryptonite, it's time to step up. You gotta, well, maybe you do. Maybe you do have to look down and see, has God put the stepping stone there yet? No? Okay. It's got to stand here. I have to stand here and wait. It's sort of reminding me of, you know, like those video games where you're trying to jump, I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But anyways, you know, and sometimes you have to wait. There's like things floating by. You've tried to jump from one side to the other in a level in a video game, and it doesn't matter how many times you've tried to jump to that other level, you can't. You could run back as far as you want. You could try to do a double jump and try to, you go down into the cliff. You go down, and then, so then you realize that there's these things like that are kind of like floating in between the space that you need to get over. But you're looking at them and you're thinking, oh, that's here. I don't know what the timing is on that. So you jump and you land on one of them. You're just kind of like, you're doing one of this, but you're thinking, okay, I got to be lined up just perfectly to get to, oh, and then now you see, it's almost like when you jump on one of these, it's going this way, that triggers something in the game. And now there's these new ones that start to kind of cycle up and down, almost like one of those funny little elevators. And have you ever seen those elevators? I've only ever seen one once in a food processing plant. And it was the creepiest fucking thing. Actually, I never took it. But I got a whole story around that one too I can tell you about. Oh, I'll tell you about that at the end of the reading. And this elevator, it literally is, it's just these metal stairs that, like, it's a step. All it is a step. That's it. And it's vertical. And you go up, you step on, and then you hang on to the other one, and then it takes you up. And then you got to get off the thing somehow. I don't know how you get off. I never took it. It scared the crap out of me. And anyway, it's like that. Like this thing starts to kind of come up. It appears in your journey, but it's like you have to get to this first. So you can't see what all the steps are to get there. You're just standing there looking like, okay, to get from A to B seems completely impossible because these little things floating by, I mean, it's just a couple feet forward. How is that? I'm missing this jump by like 10 feet. I'm still going to miss it by 8 feet if I land on this little thing that's moving back and forth. But the thing is, once you just have faith, just jump there. Jump onto that little floating moving thing. And then once you jump on that, it activates something in the game that causes another thing to appear for you. But the thing is, this feels like, it really is kind of like a video game, the way this is coming across. Because it's almost like when you think you have established what it, oh, okay, now I get it. As soon as I jump onto the next one, something's going to appear here. And, yeah, but sometimes it's the time period between those jumps, like that is not consistent. So you think you got it figured out, but then something changes slightly. Like something changes in terms of the amount of time that you're now standing on that next little threshold piece that has come down from somewhere or moved in or come up or whatever it is. It's slowly getting you to the destination that you cannot just jump and leap over to. I hope, is it making sense? I'm trying to articulate what's going through my mind as best as I can here, but it is. So like, okay, you jump on there. Oh, something appears. So you jump on that. And it literally appeared almost like maybe 5 seconds after you jumped on there. So, okay. So then you jump onto the next one, but then nothing appears. And you're like, well, what the fuck? I thought I had it figured out. I still can't get to that side if there isn't something else that comes into the game. But it's like, no, something will come. It just takes longer. It's like the game won't mess with you, right? That's what this feels like. That's your superpower. So that's actually coming up in a superpower. So you have figured out you are on the right path. Because it's almost like if there's other players in the game, they've tried it and are like, it's impossible. There's got to be another way around. There's got to be another way to get over this chasm and to get to the next level. No, there isn't. Well, maybe for them there, but no, this is where you are. And it's a very intriguing space because yes, it's kind of like it's a temperance, it's a void, it's a stop energy, but it's I want to say that it is a space that has you thinking. It is a space where you will think in this alchemy. It could be breaking down your impression of the game. How the game is played up to this point. That's interesting. You're going through some sort of alchemization right now that is breaking down your impression of how the game is played. And when I say that, I mean like life here. You're about to go to another level, okay? But you can't, it's not like getting to all the, it's not getting like getting to the next level all of the other previous times where, you know, it was pretty easy to figure it out. Something has dramatically changed at this point. And it's changed because it's preparing you for how you're going to function in that next level. You know what I mean? It's reprogramming your mind. Don't expect the solution to be right in front of you immediately when you've taken the next step. Give it time sometimes to appear. It could be trying to slow down your ambition. There's definitely a restructuring. It's almost like God is retraining you for what your next level is going to be. It's time to, and I feel like you're standing on something right now, and it's, you just need to sit there and wait. So called, your Kryptonite, soul gifts, it's time to step up. The Two of Cups. Judgment. It's not time. It's not time. The Seven of Swords. The Six of Swords. Yeah. No, that almost looks like trying to get through the game in a different way. You can't do that. God made the Matrix, and here you are. But it's almost like God is preparing you to understand how to navigate changes in the Matrix moving forward, like, right, the game. You can't sneak past the requirements to the next level here. You might even have, so here's the other thing. You might even have some type of a natural intuitive gift that you have utilized to get you to places throughout the game. I don't know. It was like, there's been quite a few new people coming to the channel. So welcome. Thank you. Hi. And I've mentioned it before, so some of you may not know this, and even some of you that watch me, if you haven't been around on one of the videos where I've mentioned it, I often see like life, well, not all the time, there's times where I'm like really absorbed in it and I'm not seeing it that way, but I often see life as like our souls are off somewhere, and we've got like, our souls have these virtual reality goggles on, and we're submersed, like our souls have been kind of like consciously transported to this meat suit environment. And that's kind of what's going on here. Like, that's how I see it. Like, it is like it's the game. There's something that's changing quite significantly for you once you get to this next level. But you can't just be in that next level without going through whatever. There's a challenge here. And I feel like this challenge, you have to meet it in a different way than you've met other challenges in the game up to this point. And I do feel like it has something to do with your intuition. It's not so much your intuition that's going to get you forward here, but it is your faith and your trust. Big time. Big time. And even if there's something intuitively here that you believe in or that you've seen, but it's just not appearing, it's kind of like saying too, it's the time. There's something about time that is significant here with Void and Temperance. Divine timing. I feel like you're learning to navigate that. Because even as I said, like as you step into something new, a new platform that appears for you as you're trying to get over to this next side, timing is very relevant in that, because you feel like you have the timing figured out, but no, you don't. You're going to the next one. Whoever designed this game designed it so you need to understand divine timing. I feel like that's where this is kind of going. Your Nemesis is surrendering. Wow, the Emperor. Your sense of will. control. Wait, the King of Wands. The Strength card. Holy crap. The King of Pentacles. Wow, that is a ton of masculine energy. Your Nemesis here. It's transformation, right? Like seeing this King of Wands move through the Strength energy into the King of Pentacles, right? There's all this dynamic fire, 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 sense of will, strength, strategy, planning. And then the King of Pentacles is like, he to me is the energy that has learned a lot through experience. You're taming some type of either desire or sense, it's a sense of ambition here. You're internalizing ambition. You're giving something up to God in a big way. Your next assignment is the void. It's to stop. Embrace winter. Sit in the cosmic womb. The Knight of Cups. The Four of Swords. Justice. And the Ace of Wands. That feels like a birth energy right there. That feels like birth. Okay. You're healing, resting. This is a period of rest and healing and alchemy for you. And I do feel like it's very important because I'm really getting the impression here that at some point, I don't know when, and y'all going to be a little bit different in what your own divine timing is going to be around something. But there is a very significant rebirth. You're going to be going to a new level in your game, the game of your life, that is unlike any level you've ever been on before. And it's really important that you understand timing. Timing is really important in this. Oh, here he is, the Magician and the King of Swords. It's when you think you know what you're making, or you think you know the way to get there. Because that King of Swords is connected with not actually seeing what's up ahead. It's more trusting what's up ahead. I'm going to go do the extended, Scorpio. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what resource within you is depleted? How can you replenish this resource? It sounds like it's a good period to replenish resources for yourself. And what is your greatest achievement yet to come? I think it has something to do with the next level, but we'll see. Maybe it's just getting through to the next level. The link to the extended is below in the description. If you do want to go with the membership to see the extendeds, choose the second tier, which is all extended videos, and you'll get 40 to 50. You get access to 40 to 50 new videos a month, plus everything is already there. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.